Yes, fight fans, this is Body and Mind Sports. Welcome. You are fully appreciated if you are here for another session of boxing talk, guys. And in this round, I will be talking about Shakur Stevenson and Gervonta Tank Davis. Why has the fight not happened, guys? Is the biggest fight we are looking for in the lightweight division without a doubt. And if that fight doesn't happen as of yet, who else is there that the two champions can face next? So that is on this video. Let's go, guys. Starting with Shakur Stevenson, the WBC world titleist at lightweight, and Gervonta Tank Davis, the WBA world titleist at lightweight also. And they both made successful defenses of their title in June, actually, and that was actually their first title, their first successful title defense of their current titles. Firstly, with Gervonta Tank Davis knocking out Frank Martin in June, and then Shakur Stevenson followed some weeks later with a unanimous decision win over Artem Harutyunyan. And immediately, with Tank Davis having ambitions of becoming undisputed in the division, immediately pursued talks with Vasily Lomachenko, who is the IBF titleist in the division, in possession of the IBF world title. And talks immediately took place between Davis's team and Lomachenko's team. However, that came to an abrupt end as Lomachenko withdrew from negotiations. However, as that happened, that left a window for Shakur Stevenson and Gervonta Tank Davis's fight to be made, as Shakur Stevenson just so happened at the right time was a free agent, guys. He was a free agent after ending his long time contract with Top Rank, meaning he no longer had a promoter to answer to, so leaving us believing that the fight must be now easier to make, and therefore no outside obstacles to get in the way of making that fight. Also, to back up our thoughts, our notion, Gervonta Tank Davis's team also revealed that they want the fight, and in fact are going to make the fight. And that left a lot of people believing that since Shakur Stevenson is a free agent, then he must be ducking Gervonta Tank Davis, and that was the feeling of a lot of people, that he was now ducking Gervonta Tank Davis. And for people who were in fact thinking that, I would just like to say that Shakur Stevenson in fact could not make an offer to Gervonta Tank Davis, since Gervonta Tank Davis and his team have made it clear that he is the boss at 135, guys. He is the boss at the lightweight division, the #1 money spinner, and in fact the #1 fighter. And if ever an offer is to be made, they will be the one to send the offer to Shakur Stevenson if and whenever they are ready to make the fight happen. And I do believe that fight will happen, as Gervonta Tank Davis, of course, wants to be undisputed. So Shakur Stevenson cannot be avoided, possibly letting the idea of the fight marinate so that it can be fitting for a big event as undisputed, guys. So possibly that is what the team of Gervonta Tank Davis are waiting for, the right time when they think that fight should be made. After all, it is the biggest fight at 135. However, I should also add that Gervonta Tank Davis, since not making the fight with Shakur Stevenson, still had another fight on the table, guys, and that was with Isaac Pitbull Cruz. At the time, Isaac Pitbull Cruz was the WBA world titleist at junior welterweight, guys, after defeating Rolly Romero. Yeah, after defeating Rolly Romero. But however, the whole idea of Gervonta Tank Davis versus Isaac Pitbull Cruz was ruined after Isaac Cruz subsequently, after winning his title, lost it immediately in his very first title defense in August versus Jose Valenzuela. Isaac Pitbull Cruz fans also as a credible opponent for Gervonta Tank Davis after their 2001 showing, where Isaac Pitbull Cruz proved himself to be the only other fighter on Gervonta Tank Davis's resume to take him the whole 12th round of a scheduled fight. And it made it a very, very rugged fight for Gervonta Tank Davis, although I saw that, you know, it was a very clear win for Gervonta Tank Davis, despite the fact that he had injured his hand in that fight. And I saw so many holes in Isaac Pitbull Cruz's game that I think that, you know, by the second fight, Gervonta Tank Davis has learned and has learned Isaac Pitbull Cruz very well, and of course I thought would be a much easier fight for Gervonta Tank Davis if they were to fight a second time. But that fight, the whole idea of that fight was ruined since Pitbull Cruz, Isaac Pitbull Cruz that is, lost to Jose Valenzuela in August, and along with it, his WBA junior welterweight title to Jose Valenzuela. So no fight there. However, Gervonta Tank Davis, we did begin to speculate that maybe after the fight with Isaac Pitbull Cruz and Jose Valenzuela, that maybe Gervonta Tank Davis will be facing the winner of that fight. But Jose Valenzuela has recently made it very clear that he has no plans of making a fight with Gervonta Tank Davis. In fact, his first priority is to honor his contract to give Isaac Pitbull Cruz a rematch, guys. And that is to come not this year, as Valenzuela has also made it clear that he will not be fighting again this year, and his trainer Robert Garcia previously also backs that up by revealing that his fighter will not be fighting again this very year 2024, guys. So most likely we might see Jose Valenzuela versus Isaac Pitbull Cruz in early 2025, guys. And maybe Gervonta Tank Davis will be facing the winner there. Maybe he might be facing Pitbull Cruz after all. That's if he's able to make a good enough adjustment to be able to beat Jose Valenzuela. But as for now, we have no clear options left for Gervonta Tank Davis. Maybe a fight with the WBO lightweight titleist in Denise Berinchyk, guys. Denise Berinchyk, you know, and possibly maybe even William Zepeda, because I know that he's set to face Shakur Stevenson sometime in 2025. Of course, Shakur Stevenson was due to face Joe Cordina actually in October 12 in the undercard of Beterbiev and Bivol's light heavyweight undisputed showdown. He was meant to appear in that fight. However, Shakur Stevenson has withdrawn since sustaining a hand injury involving a torn tendon in his knuckles, which he sustained during sparring in preparation for Joe Cordina. So the plans in his team right now, after Shakur receiving immediate medical attention, the plans right now is for him to return sometime, I believe, in March, you know, maybe with Joe Cordina, but maybe skipping Joe Cordina and facing William Zepeda right away. Of course, Shakur Stevenson and his new found promotional team in Eddie Hearn and Matchroom have come up with a short list of fighters that they want to face, you know, and in that list we have Joe Cordina, not happening. So the next one is William Zepeda, who they plan to face sometime in February 2025 after Shakur fully recovers, and then after go straight to fight Gervonta Tank Davis, guys. So that is the plan for Shakur Stevenson. But I'm wondering though, Gervonta Tank Davis, like I've said, right now does not have an opponent. However, him and his team still plan to return sometime in November or December. William Zepeda, as I know, will be facing Tevin Farmer, guys. They'll be facing Tevin Farmer in November. So depending on whether he wins that fight or not, you know, that will also contribute to whether he faces Shakur Stevenson or not. And even that I have some doubt, because Zepeda's trainer has revealed that, you know, he wants his fighter to face either Gervonta Tank Davis or Vasily Lomachenko next in to face Gervonta Tank Davis or Vasily Lomachenko next. And they have said this previously, and to that I'm thinking, is the contract with Shakur Stevenson and William Zepeda, is it fine? Has it been finalized yet? Because if not so, we may not be seeing Zepeda versus Shakur Stevenson next. In fact, we might see Zepeda versus Gervonta Tank Davis next in 2025. As for 2024, I'm not sure who Gervonta Tank Davis can pull out of the lightweight division to fight him. We also have the WBO champion in the division in Denise Berinchyk, guys. Denise Berinchyk, who got his title, got the vacant WBO title by defeating Navarrete. So he's an option. Denise Berinchyk is an option for Gervonta Tank Davis. But Denise Berinchyk, after his fight with Emmanuel Navarrete, revealed, when asked who would like to make his first title defense with, and he replied, maybe Shakur Stevenson, and also maybe, guess this, guys, Keyshawn Davis, who is a very, very highly praised rising prospect in the division. But maybe Gervonta Tank Davis could be an option that is more readily available for him, as Shakur Stevenson's team right now already have a hit list already for Shakur Stevenson, and they are looking to go by that plan. And again, Shakur Stevenson can't fight right now as he's injured. Berinchyk is available. I don't know of any fight that has in place that is going to happen in 2024 or in early 2025. Gervonta Tank Davis is there, so why not send an offer to Berinchyk to unify the WBA and WBO titles, bringing you 2 titles closer to undisputed, guys. So yeah, that is the situation. But I must also add that since since Shakur Stevenson has signed with Eddie Hearn and Matchroom, Gervonta's team have seemed to have a problem with that, as they have said that would make it even harder to make the fight with Shakur Stevenson. Shakur Stevenson, who has plainly called Gervonta a duck in the past. I don't know what to make of that. I really don't think Gervonta is a duck. It's just, when you reach this level, there's just a bit of power play, and that's all it is. So I don't think Gervonta is ducking him. However, Gervonta's team recently, well, just a while back, not too long ago now, has alluded to that Shakur Stevenson might in fact be ducking them, as they see Shakur Stevenson signed to Eddie Hearn and Matchroom, and with the backing also of Turki Alal Sheikh, that Shakur Stevenson is in protective custody from Gervonta Tank Davis, which is a very, very funny way to put it, guys, but I find it very, very hilarious, you know. So yeah, so the two just going back and forth just makes it even better, more exciting, you know, a build up to finally make that fight happen. I'm suspecting, or probably undisputed in the division, an undisputed matchup in the division, because I clearly do not see anyone beating Shakur Stevenson, not right now, and I clearly don't see anyone beating Gervonta Tank Davis either. The only person I can see giving them real competition is Keyshawn Davis, who is still more or less a prospect and a rising star? Will he like to jeopardize his career at this time, you know, in taking a loss versus either fighter? And on top of that, he's very, very close with Shakur Stevenson. So would they really want to fight each other? That's another issue we need to look at. And again, would what does Keyshawn Davis offer for a three division champions? You know, and clearly holding titles at their you know, holding titles in the divisions that they compete in also. So I really don't see Shakur Stevenson and Gervonta Tank Davis really looking as looking at Keyshawn Davis as a possible opponent, or maybe even a credible opponent. Maybe they might look at him as a credible opponent, but business wise it just doesn't make any sense, guys. That's not really a big fight at all, and there are other fights that they can make right now that will bring them closer to the big fights. And those fights are big fights in themselves because there are potential unification bouts, guys. And with that said, that's all I have for you on this session of Boxing Talk. Catch me next time on Body and Mind Sports. But before you leave, do like, do share, subscribe, and drop your comments below. Who do you think Gervonta Tank Davis should face next, guys? He wants to fight in November and December. Who is available? Drop your comments below. And also, do you think Shakur Stevenson really would be facing William Zepeda next in 2025 in February, guys? And does William Zepeda actually really want to face Gervonta Tank Davis? As we know, his trainer has said in the past that their number one priority is to face and defend their number one priority is to face Vasily Lomachenko due to the what he's done in the sport and just the history behind Lomachenko. And Gervonta Tank Davis, they really see it as the big fish, you know, and the big fish in the division, and of course number one in the division. These are two fighters who they believe can catapult William Zepeda to the next level, guys. And with that said, guys, that's all I've got for you. Stay blessed until next time, and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Drop your comments below, guys. Stay blessed.